Hey love bugs, this is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while, I have not, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you feel like the videos just really resonate with you and just give you some kind of insight that you truly needed, go ahead and give a thumbs up, drop a comment, I'll appreciate it, and let me know where you're from, and give a thumbs up and share. Anybody who's really going through some stuff right now, because I mean with the conjunction, it was like the 9/9 portal and the daggone eclipse. I mean we were spiritually hit with a doozy. It was like 1 2 3 punch, okay, hold the Beetlejuice. But it was I'm sending y'all so much love and persistence and consistency your way, okay, because I know this is not easy, nor is it fun. It makes you feel all type of ways, ripping your hair out, want to square up with the good and the bad. Just because you're tired of going through it, keep doing it. Is helping you discover something within you were not realizing, and now you're starting to unfold in ways that can be truly inspiring, not to you but many people. So I'm sending that love towards your way for you to keep going. Don't sleep on yourself, don't give up. If you got to pause for the cause, you do that, but get back up. You are your own representation, you're your own billboard, so you have to keep going. Anybody coming in here with the nefarious vibes and I'm not trying to deal with them damn Decepticon ass frequencies. No. Anything that you're trying to wish on me, I'm not claiming, consuming, embodying, or no. We're just not doing it. And anybody you're trying to do this, not just to me, but other people in the collective. Oh, anything that you're wishing bad on somebody that wasn't sitting from God or the ancestors or anybody, the spiritual informants that they got up there, it will become your reality. And just for you doing that on Paper Vibes, or it's going to be enhanced massively just because you wanted to do that to other people that you shouldn't be doing. So every evil eye go blind, and may every monitoring spirit go deaf, and every speaking ill of you go silent. Okay. The video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas. Never underestimate a person that prefers being alone. When I tell you that's on a whole new level of power, I was just like, I guess because I've been by myself for a long time. I have a little friend here, a little friend there that I've connected with, on the internet. I probably only got one friend here that I talk to every once in a while. She's doing her thing, I'm doing mine as well. But it's like when we meet up, it's just really pretty cool. But other than that, I prefer being alone. I wasn't like that growing up, because I mean when I sit back and look at the solitude I have and I'm peaceful with it, I can have movies with have movies and watch them, and it's like I'm talking to spirit, because it's like they'll be here anyway. Especially if you notice lately, if you've been in hermit mode sometime, and you probably hearing you ain't got a little bit comfortable in hermit mode, you need to get out there. I'm good. A lot of times energies will put you, low vibrational energies will try to put you in solitude and make you feel like you're not loved, you're not accepted, you're not enough, you don't have worth, you don't have any value. And this is like they want you to be seen like that so badly, but it's actually opposite. You are very high commodity, very. It's just at that point, why do you feel like it just seems like either people come into your life and they love and adore you, want to be around you, or these the other ones that just want to beat you down and stare you down in all kind of ways. But it got to that point where you were okay being alone, because it's like I think about, I used to go to parties all the time. I used to club like from Thursday to Saturday. I would make sure my kids were fed, give them a bath, and go to bed. My kids were bathed, ate, homework, and went to bed. Then I used to go party, and all those different things. And it's like I always had to have a group of friends. We all had, I had my clique. And then it's like when I moved to Georgia, it was different. It's like even though I was here for a hot minute back in the 90s, it's like when I came here, it's like every time I went out, something would happen. Like my shoe would break, or my dress would rip, and I'm just like, or last time I went someplace and it was called the Legion. I don't even know what I was thinking when I went there. It was like when I got woke, I said, oh no, I'm not doing this, because it was like a Masonic place, and it got to that point where I can't even believe I'm talking about that, but it was just really crazy. Went out, and then all of a sudden it felt like somebody put something in my drink. And knowing, anytime, even when I tell my kids, because all my kids are grown, I say, if you ever go to a club or a party, you make sure anytime you keep your hand over your cup. Don't, if you even turn your head, you make sure your hand's over that cup, because you don't know who's watching you, and people can drop stuff in your drink and stuff like that. Or even when you're in a club, you make sure that don't just take drinks from anybody. And if you get a drink, you make sure this is something everybody's wanting. I mean, I say that because I've been hearing about stuff like that. People be putting stuff in bottles and junk and be giving it to everybody. They don't even discriminate. But it's just like, it had to be an unsealed bottle, being able to do that. But after I went through that, and it felt like somebody put me in my drink, all of a sudden I got sick by my friend's car. And it was just coming up. It was black smoke. And they were like, what the hell is that? And it was like nothing, no liquid, no food, no nothing, no liquor. It was all black smoke. And after that, I said, I ain't going out no more. Because it's like whatever they're doing in this place is not, no. And it was just like, it gave me an uncomfortable feeling. It was like we were going there before I went through my spiritual awakening. But after that, it gave me such an uneasy feeling, like I was constantly fidgety. I was like, what's wrong with you? I don't know. I'm not comfortable here. It's like, but you're around friend. It's the vibe, man. It's just the vibe. I don't know what they're doing here when they're not clubbing. They're doing something, and my body's just not agreeing with it. But then it got to that point where when I seen it was just friends, there was just friends that it wasn't even where we had something and we just stopped talking. It was just like, oh, they went their way, I went mine. And it's okay. You're not having no animosity. Is just fact is when y'all can both branch off and move on, and not having somebody feel a grudge about that. You're not supposed to stay at the same frequency. I said some people do, but anybody who's chosen, you cannot do that. All hell will break loose in your life if you're trying to resist that. Trust me. I know when I resisted stuff, things start really getting bad in my life. Now I just don't fight it. I just flow with it. And and when you're like that, when you be okay, it's like people being in my life and not being in my life is not going to stop me from living my life. And when you get that mindset, that's very powerful. When you see that you are not being triggered or anything like that, or you're being able to control your emotions a lot more. Different things that happen in your life where you see different things is, God is really testing you. You got to show him that you studied. Like, I put you through all these situations. Sometimes you're going to have to be by yourself, and sometimes it's not fun. It's not fun. It's like somebody on the up here and gave me a notification. Yeah, it's not fun to be able to go through that. But a lot of times you got to think about it. Do you want people that you don't know why they're around you? I had to think about that. I'd rather be by myself than you be around me and trying to figure out why you're here. Are you here to benefit off of me? Are you here because you really think I'm a genuine person and we mesh together? It's like, oh, where you been at my whole life? Being able to have an open conversation where there's no judgment. But it's just like if you can give a good soundboard of advice towards somebody who got their general interest. Because a lot of times you got to even be careful about who you get advice from. Who listens to your problems? Are they listening to your problems just to be able to help you create a solution for yourself, or try to find a higher road to go for certain situations? Or is this a person that's just going to use this against you and ride on it until the cows come home just to make you miserable? You had to be able to learn those different things. So when you see that, yeah, it could be lonely at times, but you trust and believe you're never alone. This is just making room for the people that is going to be on the same vibe as you. And when you start being, it made me remind me, and y'all know if you watch me for a long time, you hear me say there's a lot of screenshots that comes up that I screenshot and I put it on my music, or I use it here as a cover, not a cover page, but thumbnail, and be able to do that. And it's like anybody who prefers being alone is either a beast or a god. It don't matter. I'm good at okay being alone until I be able to find my soul tribe. Because I'll tell people, you got to see when good things happen to you, see the people that care about you and see if they have that same interest as like when you were cheering for them. You know, are they, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. And I mean, really mean it. Or, oh God, oh wow. Is that true? Really? I don't see people do that with me. And I can tell the difference between somebody being just so congratulating me about it and they being genuinely happy for me because they knew the struggle I went through. They knew the ups and downs. They knew the setbacks. You know, they knew my trials and tribulations. And then when they finally see me get blessings like that, they're truly highly appreciative of that. But then you got people that's really truly, you know, like they may have said you were lying or something like that about certain things. And then boom, you show the truth about something. You had all receipts on everything you're saying. They're like, oh, is that true? Wow. That's exciting. So you were telling the truth on different. It'll be certain things like that'll go on into your life where you can already see that person need to be out because you already know they already plotting on you right now since you already done show proof about some stuff. Oh no, they got to be able to destroy it some kind of way. And then when you start going through these different things, then sometimes, you know, as humans, we tend to go and start replaying different things in our head that's been very, very negative. And it's just when those times come up and it's like, remember how those people or that situation made you feel. You know, see how you were just so generous and loving and kind and compassionate and passionate. And that it was all they gave you is grief, heartache, and pain, and make you feel like you were not appreciated. You were not valued. They didn't appreciate your worth. They didn't appreciate your, you know, they appreciate those different things into your life. And so it's just like when you think about those, just, you know, it's hurtful because it's like, you know, you at a period where you were hurt. And it's okay to be able to say, you know what, I was hurt about that. Why does it still bother me? Because I was hurt. You know, nobody apologized to me. Nobody gave me an exception of being even explaining the reason why, the harshness and the coldness they brought into your life. You know, and you don't realize, even when people do stuff like that, you're very intimidating. People are jealous of you out of just you being you. You can have so much of nothing and make it out of something. And people can have more than you and still be pissed off. You can have a piece of an end, crusty, moldy. You can probably use it as a weapon. And these people will still be pissed while they got a whole loaf of bread. And just think about when you are down and out. You're down and out. And they're angry with you. And you have nothing. Just think about when God gonna glow you up. Mofo's about to be sick. All because you prefer being alone. All because you were true to yourself. You didn't back down. You know, you didn't allow yourself to be around things that were just attaching to you to feed off of you. You know, because it allows you within solitude, even when it's lonely, it's allowing you to get to know yourself on a whole higher level that you really need to know. That's the reason why God isolates you. You don't know if he's elevating you or preparing you. If punishment is preparation. I got to keep telling myself this is not happening to you. It's happening for you. You know, this is just preparation on different things that really took things into your life, even when it hit you heavy, to create something beautiful. You know, and it's just like, it's hard to be able to see that, especially with certain traumatizing circumstances, with, you know, death, an illness, whether it's you or somebody else. Something could have, you could have been very taken advantage of, you know, SA, CA, you know, all those different A's. And it can bring something so powerful out of that, and makes you so beastly. It's beautiful and beastly. I love that word. It's like, even if it's not a word, I made it that. And I feel like in my terms of saying beautiful and beastly, when you could be by yourself and be okay with by yourself, you're not looking for attention. You ain't trying to, you know, you ain't going back to something familiar because things are uncomfortable to you. Because you already see, even my cat even came out there. It's like, she's probably trying to tell me she should come in. But just because you're on unfamiliar territory, and a lot of times we have a bad habit of going back to what's familiar, knowing, why are you going back? You close that door, why are you going back? Yeah, this is uncomfortable, this is scary, because you're doing something brave. You got to congratulate yourself for that. It takes a brave person to walk into unknown territory and don't know what's meeting you around the corner. And see, and it's like you keep hearing them jiggles. It's like you don't know what's meeting you around the corner and stuff like that. So that makes you beautiful and beastly. You become very dangerous even when you see people that, just really made a rip in your program. It's like, this is so much that I had to sit up here and cut my lips like that. Really did something to you, and yet you stay classy, graceful, stern. Even when you stoic, you still going through that vibe. That makes you dangerous. And for you moving that way, it is, wow, beastly and beautiful. I really love that, beastly and beautiful, because you looking, even when you're, you're handling beautifully, even when you're a man. And that's not trying to say anything about your masculinity, but it's beautiful when you can see a man that is not controlled by his ego, not controlled by his pride or his libido. Okay, and I ain't even trying to rhyme, but I'm just saying, when he can be okay, I'll wait until whatever that partner is, whether it's a man or a woman or whatever. But I'd rather be by myself and learn myself, so I know exactly what I want. I know exactly what I don't want. I know exactly what I want to be attached to me, and I want something that I know I want far away. I want people in my life that's genuine and authentic and real, instead of these fake frauds that's walking around here being Decepticons, all on a bogus deal. But you're going through these different things, and it makes you very, very, very powerful. Because then it's like you learn from the mistakes you went through. You learn from the pain that other people caused. And you also learn from the things that you did to add pain towards somebody else's life. You keeping it very real. You being held accountable. And you see where different things that you had your input and your cause in a situation, but you hold claim to that. Hey, I did this. Hey, I did that. My bad. I apologize to you. And being very forgiving for it. And then going to the people that you hurt, like, hey, I was in a low vibration. You ain't even so I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't gonna make no excuse up. I was in a low vibration. I was coming from a hurt place. And when I hurt you too. But when you have that and you're in your life, it's not just a partner, but it's just the people. It's representing you. Because it's like, when you're doing this, you're representing you. It's like, I ain't got time. I'm on a no nonsense type of vibration. If you coming in with that, it's a do not start real quick. Like, nah. Anything that's coming in that's tragic, trifling, toxic, low vibrational, narcissistic, sadistic, manipulating, deceptive, no. I do a credit check, a spiritual credit check, before I deal with you like that. And we can be cool, but as soon as your vibe shift off to that low vibration, you out. It's like, for locks. Once you in, you in, but you out. And all those different things is taking place. And it makes you very powerful for that. And that goes for women too. I'm seeing a little different stuff, and I'll say, don't get triggered, but I'm going to say what I got to say anyway. When I'm seeing stuff and I see people going backwards, and I'm like, look, I've been at, and it's like, no positive outcome going to go through something from the past that's daggone toxic, that's seeming, it's like every time you get with this person, and I'm talking about a celebrity, and you don't. When I seen that, and I'm just like, if she don't go sit down somewhere and go take care of her kids and focus on herself and love herself, give her ovaries so goddamn gonna break. You ain't got to be with somebody every daggone time you break up with somebody. Be by yourself for a minute. Learn from the different mistakes, these daggone effed up relationships we get ourselves in, so you can heal that, so you can add love towards your life, so you can be able to track the stuff that you deserve. Stop going around with somebody where you basically showing your kids, this is what life is about. I can't be by myself, so I got to sit up here and be needy towards everything. And I said, as soon as I seen that picture pop up, I said, why do I feel like she going to go full-blown reverse in torque mission? Just because this relationship didn't work out, you forced this. Just like when that person went ahead and married somebody with the same name as you, that should have been prime example for you to exit out. And it's not for me judging, but it's just the fact is, because I say I can't say nothing because I did retarded stuff. I did really, and not even, let me use a different word because that's offensive. Did some real stupid stuff. I sat up here and allowed myself, it didn't even come just, it was heavy when it came to a relationship with an ex, but it was also heavy with friendships too. You know, and I'm looking at this one, you are too old to be doing that. Because it's like you just keep shifting these things in front of your kids. And I try to tell people, and I had to learn too, my kids are a product of just how they act in life. The choices they made is because of things I exposed them to. Because it's like when a child's growing up, their mind is developing on how they treat themselves, how they treat others, what they attract, what they don't attract, how they see life. Just by how they're treated at home, how is their home dynamic, what different things do they take in? Is it toxic? Is it loving, supporting? Different things. Is the women and men showing them this is exactly how parents that are together, even if they're co-parenting, but they're still in a good mindset. That I always give kudos to anybody that no longer can be in a relationship, but still be there for the kids the way they are and still be respectable towards each other even when they're no longer together. I give that. But it's like when I see stuff like this and I'm like, when are you gonna learn? Like, you just really showing people you just cannot be by yourself? That's weak. I used to be that way. I used to be weak because I didn't want to be by myself. And I'm like, you need to be by yourself so you can learn to love yourself, because this is not love. This is external validation. You're being needy. You feel like there's a void you got to fill. This is something you have to fill on your own. You want love. Hell, it got to come from self first. You want to go forward. Sometimes you got to go backwards. And I'm not talking about the way she's doing it. Go back to what makes you feel like you got to go through every single relationship like that. You need to give your loins and your insides a chill. Even and jumping from all these people messes up your pH balance. You ain't trying to be that way. You got kids, that's needing you right now. But you were so pointed about this wannabe singing, and your kids looking like they all over the place. And these kids are at that age where they really need a mom and a dad. But you so busy trying to fill a void where I need a man. No, you need to be you. You need God. That's what you need. You need Jesus. And this is the thing that, I'm like, why am I talking about this? This is about being by yourself. You become powerful. Because it's like when you start running out like this, and I'm just looking like, let me see how many seconds she going to be by herself this time. Because soon as she went and broke up with the same person, it was constantly putting her through all these changes and stuff. Then she went back to another ex. After they broke up, and then you forced that, and this man walking around look like a whole tragedy. Every time you see him, he's smoking, drinking, and probably up in the casino some daggone where. And then they ain't even fully divorced yet. Now you run back with him. I'm like, Lord Jesus, I already knew it. I just knew it. But it's just the power of just learning how to be by yourself for a while. It could get lonely. Yeah, you see different couples, and it's like, when am I going to find my true love? A lot of times we got to go through these messed up relationships to prepare us, really prepare us. And that's not just for partnership and soulmates and twin flames and all that, but just partnerships with friends with value, some substance in their life, where everything is moving organically. Nothing fake, nothing fraud. Everything's real. Everybody's supporting you. You're a girl. You're a guy. Where you're supporting somebody, everybody can be happy just like you. Or if you feel somebody falling short, you want to bring that person up to, like, hey, I'm trying to get you up here with me. If that person's willing to do that. Not where they showboating and backpacking on you like they're the Diego and got that on the door, and you got that backpack swiper, no swiper type mess. But you're just really allowing yourself to really be bold and be by yourself until you can find your soul tribe, or until you can find your counterpart. That makes you very dangerous, but that makes you also powerful too. So in the midst of being by yourself, it's allowing you to have a whole new, beautiful, bold, strong foundation of a relationship with yourself. Because when we do that, we're not going to allow people in our lives that's going to just sit up here and we need validation from. That's not seeing our worth, or we got to give a million chances, or they're just very toxic and habitual, just offenders like that. or people that constantly just drag you and they always want to take from you and feel like they're entitled to everything about you, but they're not putting no kind of work in to be able to keep you there in the first place. When you go through different things like that and it goes in your mind, God wants to show you, when you even think about going back to that, they want to make you think about the most painfulest thing that person did to you. And they won't keep bringing stuff up every time until you learn to let go. And that's not easy to do. My situation, I've been knowing mine for like 24 years. And I was only dating for 15. And that was just 15 years too much of enough for me to know I can't do that no more. I'm not doing this another 5 minutes. 5 years, 50 years, and definitely another 5 seconds or 5 minutes. I'm just not going to. This is not bringing me anything. I want happy. I'm a lot more happier by myself. It's a lot more peaceful. And they always say when you distance yourself, you start to notice how peaceful your life is. When you start distancing yourself from negativity, you start to grow more. You start to be more inspired. It creates creativity. Especially after you've been through a heartbreak or you've been through something. And it's not like, being angry, because I've been there. Sometimes I got to check my own self when I sit up here and be, want to put videos out and it hit that. But I said, you know what? You ain't even got to do that. When you become unbothered, anybody who's hating on you, the best revenge you can do is still be happy. Still, making your paper. Focusing on you. That's the worst kind of revenge you can actually get. And the karma is the huge karma. They will never have access to you again. When God say, I gave you a blessing like that and you mishandle it, it ain't, because a lot of times we want to know what karma get for narcissism. Let me tell you, the biggest thing about narcissism is when you deal with people like that, they will never find love. They will never have a genuine friend. They will never have a genuine partner. Nothing. Everything will be fake. And it will have a facade to it. It will hold a title with no weight to it. A fake title at that. So you want to think about, when you're dealing with people like that. And they're karmics. And and they're narcissists. The best revenge that the best karma that inflicts into their life. Like they're going to pay exactly what they put out to the table on you. And you ingested that. And, ingested it basically by not knowing what you were ingesting, knowing they had full access to something that they were trying to really clearly steal from you or take advantage of. And just for you doing that, it's like the moment they started doing that is when karma started doing that. And they will basically know the moment they started doing that to everybody and it was habitual, that's when that karma cycle was coming in. And a lot of times we feel like, oh, these people keep getting away with it, No, this is a year of karma. Like they had to go through a whole shit list of everything. And that even includes us too. Where, karma, it's like the sources upstairs. They start going through a whole review. Did you grow? Did you learn anything from the lessons? Because now it's just all about learning the lessons so you don't constantly keep repeating the same cycles over and over and over and over and over again. But it's just like, being able to just step back. Now, right now, it's like, I remember, I think I said this in another video. I was also telling a friend that too. This is that time where it's time for you to reel back. Y'all did say that in another video a few minutes ago, reel back. Karma is heavy at play now. And you do not want to get involved in that. And it's like a lot of people you'll start noticing that is getting very, 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 like they really they coming with it. Because they don't like that feeling. They don't like that experience there. Just like you're feeling a whole new emotion. Just think about that for karmics, that where guilt's starting to set in. They live in their worst nightmare. Whatever their nightmare is about, fear is coming to reality, and they're trying to do everything they can to stop it, delay it, distract it, even destroy it. And God's like, no. The way he putting it on heavy emphasis, and I hear a lot of people talking about that, this is some karma you cannot run from. Whatever you used to do to get out of the mess you always constantly do because you got comfortable about it, and all of a sudden when stuff really start hitting the fan, you start, and then as soon as you get out of it, oh, I'm going right back to what I was doing. Oh, so this is what we do. Okay. How about now I'm going to hit you with a 1-2 and you ain't going to be able to get out of it. You seen it out in the world. Look at that on what's her name. He ain't even got bail. And everybody coming up in, feds is getting everybody snitching on everybody. They ain't worried about them stitches. They snitching. They ain't going down for nobody's stuff. They allowing them to be with their own vices. And you seeing that and people feel like you can be, the worst thing you can do is ever feel like you can't be touched. Anybody who ever feel like they can't be touched. How about God gonna be humbling a lot of folks and I'm gonna be just sitting there. You know, so whatever you're doing and whatever you do, that alone. Anybody who's bringing the heat to you or bringing that smoke to you, allow you to fan that mess out and go to a different direction, because you got better things to do. Keep focusing on what you want to bring into your life, what you're trying to manifest. Staying focused on that. Leave them type of folks alone, and allow them to be alone with their vices, and let them keep going, because they're trying to throw that karma off on you. They want you to shield them from that. So if they trying to start an argument, they trying to trigger you, trying to say something to disrespect you, you can stand your ground. You ain't gonna allow yourself, you know, because a lot of times the power in silence got extreme power to it, and it really do. But you can actually be stern. You pick your battles wisely. You can stand your ground and say what you say and mean what you say. And it's like, I said what I said and I stand on it. I'm not about to argue. I made my statement. Now move on. I'm done. You know, like, this ain't even existing to me no more. I let it go. And you be in that type of vibe. So you become very dangerous when you decide to be alone. Stay alone until you know where your people are showing up for you. Where they're on that same thing, where there's giving and there's taking and there's taking and there's giving. Everything is at an equal amount of, you know, sharing. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed, safe week, and please be responsible for every single thing you do. And thank you so much for the love and support of you watching the videos, with the comments, the shares, the thumbs up. All the energetic giveness is truly appreciated. If you would love to drop a donation, as well as in the Cash App, and in the description box below. If you would love to get in touch with me and send me an email, that's also in the description box below. So much love. Namaste, shalom. I'll say much love again. I'm going to say much love again. God bless to you. And thank you so much for the support. Much love. Peace.